ZA. The sharpest brains on the Dis-Chem Brain of 702. Brought to you by Dis-Chem on 702.
Can the music stop now, please? Too much music. We've got a competition to get going. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Menlyn. Not that enthusiastic, but hey, look, it's early days yet. We've got lots more to go. Good morning, everybody. I'm Bruce Whitfield, and welcome to the Brain of 702. It is the latest quarterfinal round, and we've got something of a conundrum this week, Bongani Bingwa, because we don't have all of the winners from all of the days, which makes it kind of tricky. But so what we've had to do is make a plan, because we're South African. And so we have to make a plan for everything. So there's a contingency, and Laura Clancy over here, who is the queen of brain, made an executive decision. And she said, okay, fine, we'll take the people who were competing in the last round of the Brain of 702 on the days of the week where the finalists couldn't make it today. So they get a second chance. That's what we're doing today, which is going to be brilliant. We're streaming live via Facebook and YouTube. We're live from the Menlyn Centre. This is the ultimate test of general knowledge in Gauteng. And the winner of this round will go up against the winner of the people behind. And then we get to the semi-finals, and then it is the Brain of Brains on Monday morning, live with Bongani. And of course with Leicester on Cape Talk, and we choose who becomes the winner. Well, they compete to become the winner. We don't choose. This isn't ESCOM. You don't get to choose anything. And we get to do the winner, of course, of the Brain of Brains. But this round, the winner gets 10,000 Rand. We'll get to play in the semi-final to be crowned the Brain of 702. Monday's winner was Arif Mamoji, a 26-year-old candidate attorney who resides in Benoni. Good morning to you, Arif. He got married in November 2022, and he still looks okay, but it's early days yet. Arif has been listening to 702 for a very, very long time, since his primary school mornings, which consisted of car rides with John Robbie, and he continues as an adult with Bongani Bingwa. Who's your favorite?
Think very carefully.
John Pullman.
John Pullman.
Good answer.
Squad's Bongani's pirate supporter. So.
Oh, okay. Well, no, nobody's perfect. He does other things well. During his spare time, Arif likes to try out coffee shops and different types of coffees, traveling and taking road trips. He's interested in sport, competing, of course, in quiz games as well. He likes Wordle. What was today's Wordle word? Don't tell us.
I didn't do today's one. Yet.
It's got two of the same letters. They've been doing that recently to try and catch us. Okay. But we overcome. Have you ever got 1 in 1?
No.
Have you ever got 1 in 2?
Yes.
That was luck, wasn't it?
No, not really. I think there's a tactic to it.
There is a tactic?
Yes.
Okay, they need to make it harder. We'll talk to them. Okay, righto, guys. We're going to introduce each one of you one by one. Bongani, you are today's quizmaster. We have 2 judges as well. We've got Relubukile Mwambocha, who's here, and Mandy Wiener, who's over here. And they are going to be the judge, jury, and executioner of the fates of our contestants today, or as we like to call them in the building, victims. Mandy Wiener, there's a thing that you say to people before they go and do something public.
No, Bruce, it's something you taught me once.
I was taught by Jeremy Maggs once. Should we do it?
Well, now that we're doing the adults round, we can. But every time I have to do a big live event or a big coverage of something, Bruce Whitfield will tell me, or he'll send me a message, and
Don't
he'll say,
mess it up. So,
except the mess is not mess.
Yes, we use different language. Don't mess it up, contestants. Your entire reputation hangs on the next hour or so. Bongani Bingwa, it's all yours.
All right, I mustn't mess it up, right? Here we go. How many questions? How many seconds do they have to answer them, Bruce?
You know the rules. They're 90 seconds. There are up to 25 questions. They have to get through as many good questions as possible. Are we being really mean on the whole spelling thing where they can't pass on the spelling?
No, they can. They can pass
they?
on anything.
No.
Pass is your friend.
Is
the
pass
word
your friend?
pass is your friend.
P-A-S-S.
Yep, that one.
I'm passing over to you.
Right. Thank you very much. The past isn't always your friend, but that's another story altogether. All right. Are you ready? Take a deep breath. Even though you're a Chiefs fan, I'll try to be fair. Timekeeper, start the clock.
3, 2, 1.
Spell the word eyewitness.
Eyewitness.
Correct. Complete the saying, don't overstay your what?
Welcome.
Correct. True or false? A barbet is a kind of bird.
False.
Incorrect. Which of the 5 vowels are missing in the word audiovisual?
E.
Correct. In which sport was Trot Moloto a national coach?
Soccer.
Correct. Does the word berate mean scold or measure?
Scold.
Correct. Which country has more neighbors, Gambia or Senegal?
Senegal.
Correct. From which movie series are the titles Far From Home and No Way Home?
Pass.
How many E's are there in the word representative?
3.
Incorrect. The lead singer of the band Genesis was Phil who?
Collins.
Correct. South Africa's Minister of Public Works and Infrastructure is Patricia who?
Delil.
Correct. From which country does Bernardo Silva play football?
Portugal.
Correct. In which country is the Schiphol Airport?
Amsterdam.
Correct.
Netherlands.
Which company has a virtual assistant called Siri?
Apple.
Correct. Which sport has a longer playing field, soccer or hockey?
Hockey.
Incorrect. True or false? Eritrea has a longer coastline than Senegal.
False.
Incorrect. Which country has never hosted a FIFA World Cup, Japan or China?
China.
Correct. Is the town Cedarville in the Northern Cape or Eastern Cape?
Northern Cape.
Incorrect. Complete the title of the James Bond movie, Quantum of what?
Solace.
Correct. Which country is a monarchy, Syria or Bahrain?
Bahrain.
Correct. Which animal is displayed on Albania's flag, the eagle or a bear?
Eagle.
Correct. What did Crick and Watson discover, DNA structure or the cell phone?
My word, what a fighting, talking start that was. Bongani Bingwa.
All right, we got through 22 questions. Well, we couldn't finish the 22nd, quite frankly, because we ran out of time.
What was the 22nd question and what was the answer?
It was, let me go. What did Crick and Watson discover, DNA structure or cell phone? To which you would have said?
DNA structure?
DNA structure would have been correct.
Really?
It would have been correct. And Cedarville is in Eastern Cape. In the Eastern Cape, it is definitely true that Eritrea has a longer coastline than Senegal. And the word representative has 4 E's. Far From Home and No Way Home are from Spider-Man. From Spider-Man, and a barbet is a kind of bird. That is true.
Okay, 21 and a half questions asked. Mandy Wiener, we practiced the judging round earlier. You were found wanting somewhat in that round. Are you and Lebo in agreement as to Rif's score?
Indeed we are. When it comes
Excellent.
to numbers, the woman usually at the forefront.
Excellent.
What I can say to our contestant, very good one on you with that Amsterdam. And
Very good.
coming back to
Save
Netherlands,
yourself there.
because you are not going to get that point. Bongani was, very good, but you did exceptionally well. 15 points.
15
That is
points.
the number to beat, 15.
That is a remarkable start. If you may take your seat once again, congratulations. 15 points out of a possible 21. It's an incredibly strong start. If you just watch the expressions of the other contestants, they go from a smile to a grimace, and it's only like a millimeter of change, but you can just see, and it's in the eyes. Their eyes get smaller as they sit there going, oh no. But no pressure, contestants, no pressure. Our second contestant today is from Tuesday. Neri Samuel is a retired teacher from Lenasia. Recently widowed, she's got 2 children and a grandson, Kenneth. She's been listening to 702 ever since John Burke's. Neri has entered the Discount Brain of 702 every year. This is the second time that she's made it to the quarterfinals. She is a veteran. She has experience. She has metal toe caps on her boots and is not scared to use them. General knowledge keeps her mind active, and she's always up for an interesting conversation. She loves traveling and cooking and answering quiz questions and putting other contestants in their place. She looks at 15 like 15 is going to be in her rear-view mirror within a matter of moments. Bongani Bingwa, over to you.
No pressure, no pressure. All right, take a deep breath, and without much further ado, timekeeper, start the clock.
3, 2, 1.
Spell the word generosity.
Genorissity.
Incorrect. Complete the saying, we put in a lot of blood, sweat, and
Tears.
what? Correct. True or false? A monitor is a kind of lizard.
False.
Incorrect. Which of the 5 vowels are missing in the word carnivorous?
E.
Correct. In which sport was Philippe Trousier a national coach?
For pass.
Does the word extricate mean compile or remove?
Compile.
Incorrect. Which country has more neighbors, Uganda or Sierra Leone?
And Uganda.
Correct. From which movie series are the titles The Dark World and Ragnarok?
Pass.
How many E's are there in the word encouragement?
2.
Incorrect. The lead singer of the E Street Band is Bruce who?
Good. Sorry, pass.
South Africa's Minister of Basic Education is Angie who?
Motseka.
Correct. For which country does Erling Haaland play soccer?
Holland.
Incorrect. In which country is the Gatwick Airport?
London.
Incorrect.
England.
What company has a virtual assistant called Alexa?
Google.
Incorrect. Which sport is played on a longer court, tennis or volleyball?
Volleyball.
Incorrect. True or false? Nigeria has a longer coastline than Morocco.
True.
Incorrect. Which country has never hosted a FIFA World Cup? United States or Portugal?
United States.
Incorrect. Is the town Butterworth in the Eastern Cape or Northwest?
Eastern Cape.
Correct. Complete the title of the James Bond movie. License to what?
Kill.
Correct. Which country is a monarchy? Malaysia or Yemen?
Yemen.
It's Malaysia.
Neri, that was a tough round,
Malaysia.
absolutely. But it was the way in which she got the James Bond movie title with such relish. I would step further away from you, from her, Morgan, if I was you. It was License to Kill.
Bruce,
Okay,
how was
right.
it singing for the E Street Band?
She got it wrong. I was from the B Street.
Bruce is certainly not the boss.
I am touched. I'm truly touched.
Your voice is that good, huh?
You
All
haven't
right,
heard
let's
it
go
sing,
through-
and you don't want
Let's
to.
go through some of these. The country that has never hosted a FIFA World Cup is in fact Portugal, not the US. Nigeria does not have a longer coastline than Morocco. Tennis has a longer court than volleyball. Alexa is a virtual assistant for Amazon. Gatwick is in England. The country, again, is what we were looking for, not the city. Erling Haaland plays for Norway. Bruce Springsteen was the lead singer
The
of
other
the
one,
E Street
yes.
Band. Encouragement has 3 E's, Dark World and Ragnarok. The title of those movie series, from which movie series rather are those titles? The Thor movie series. Extricate means remove. Philippe Toussier was a national football coach. And a monitor is a kind of lizard, and generosity tripped you up. It is Generosity.
Thank you, Bongani. And it was a tough round for you, Neri. Mandy Wiener.
Bruce, certainly you're not the boss at all, even if you try to be.
Please address him correctly. He's Bruce Springsteen. As of today,
Forever and
he is Bruce
ever.
Springsteen, yes.
Well done, Neri. You got a 6.
A special 6.
6 points.
There we go. Neri, thank you very much for playing and coming through for us to Menlyn today. Up next, we got Sadia Rahman from Benoni. Like Charlize, she is from Benoni. Like Stephen Cosse from Investec, she's from Benoni. Like lots of people, she's crazy out of Benoni. She's a qualified medical technologist. She currently is a stay-at-home mum with 2 girls and a boy and can't wait to get back to work. I'm sure. Sadia has been listening to 702 for the last 20 years. It's her first attempt at the Discam Brain of 702. Her dad has a good general knowledge. You know that doesn't really help, right?
No, it actually does because he
Is-
tests me now and again.
Is he in the audience
He's not.
Can you
but
lip
he's
read?
listening from home
and judging?
and judging.
Absolutely. All right. Get nice and close to the microphone. Bongani, over to you.
All right, take a deep breath. Dad is crossing his fingers, no doubt, wherever he is listening to us from. Timekeeper, start the clock.
3, 2, 1.
Spell the word gymnastics.
GYMNASTICS.
Correct. Complete the saying, they lost the battle, so they raised the white what?
Sheet.
Incorrect. True or false? A salamander is a kind of snake.
True.
Incorrect. Which of the 5 vowels are missing in the word connoisseur?
A.
Correct. In which sport was Clive Barker a national coach?
Soccer.
Correct. Does the word genteel mean vulgar or refined?
Refined.
Correct. Which country has more neighbors, Tunisia or Kenya?
Kenya.
Correct. From which movie series are the titles Raiders of the Lost Ark and Temple of Doom?
Joan of Arc.
Incorrect. How many A's are there in the word mathematician?
2.
Incorrect. The lead singer of the band Black Sabbath was Ozzy who?
Osborne.
Correct. South Africa's Minister of Higher Education is Blade who?
Nzamande.
Correct. From which country does Jude Bellingham play soccer?
England.
Correct. In which country is the Charles de Gaulle Airport?
France.
Correct. Which company has a web browser called Edge?
Pass.
Which sport uses a bigger ball, snooker or tennis?
Tennis.
Correct. True or false? Egypt has a longer coastline than Tanzania.
False.
Incorrect. Which country has never hosted a FIFA World Cup? Australia or Mexico?
Australia.
Correct. Is the town Hazyview in Mpumalanga or Limpopo?
Mpumalanga.
Correct. Complete the title of the James Bond movie Tomorrow Never What?
Comes.
Incorrect. Which country is a monarchy? Lebanon or Jordan?
Jordan.
Jordan would have been the correct answer.
Sadia.
It would have been the correct
It
answer.
would have, but unfortunately it did come after the gong. Tomorrow never.
Comes.
Tomorrow
Dies.
never dies. Until the last movie in James Bond. Sorry, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. Tomorrow did die. Sorry, just putting it out there.
All right, Tomorrow Never Dies. The monarchy is Jordan, not Lebanon. Hazyview is in Mpumalanga. We got that right. It's true that Egypt has a longer coastline than Tanzania. The company that has a web browser called Edge is Microsoft. There are 3 A's in the word mathematician. Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom. We're looking for Indiana Jones there. And it is false that a salamander is a kind of snake. They lost the battle, so they raised the white flag.
And she thought to herself, oh, sheet.
Dad joke.
I know. It's my best material. Give me a score.
That's an Opa joke, actually.
We need a score level.
Well done, Sonia.
The way you're looking at
Excellent job. Well done. You got a terrific 12.
12 is a good score. 12 is a good. Your dad will be proud of you. He will judge on some of the answers, understandably so. Tomorrow never comes. It does, I'm afraid. Let's move on to contestant number 4. This is Thursday's contestant, Evans Chabata, a 41-year-old Chief Operations Officer at Eskom. No, he's not. Like, hey, don't throw stuff, geez. Like, what's wrong with everybody? Ow. He is a Chief Operations Officer at an electrical contracting company. Do you do work for Eskom? Can you do it better, please? Thank you. He lives in Pretoria. A father of 4. He's been listening to 702 since 2010. It's his first time entering the brain. During his very, very young life, Evans was in the quiz team at a primary school at St. Paul's Catholic Primary School, where he was used to being beaten for getting the answers wrong. So this is easy. And he loves general knowledge. He loves rugby, basketball, and traveling. If there's a rugby question and you get it wrong, you lose 2 points. And also to our lovely audience here today, we love your enthusiasm. We love your energy. We love your positive participation. But just don't mouth it or say it out loud. Some of you go, I know the answer. Don't say it out loud, please, because it could be seen as assisting the contestants, and we don't want that to be happening. All right, Bongani, over to you.
All right, Evans, take a deep breath. Here we go. Timekeeper, start the clock.
3, 2, 1.
Spell the word hesitation.
Pass.
Complete the saying, it's the thin end of the what?
Stick.
Incorrect. True or false? A manatee is a marine animal.
True.
Correct. Which of the 5 vowels are missing in the word adventurous?
E.
Incorrect. In which sport was Russell Domingo a national coach?
Cricket.
Correct. Does the word revamp mean refurbish or demolish?
Refurbish.
Correct. Which country has more neighbors, Burkina Faso or Burundi?
Burundi.
Incorrect. From which series are the titles Infinity War, movie series, are the titles Infinity War and Endgame?
Pass.
How many E's are there in the word reinforcement?
3.
Correct. The lead singer of the band The Doors was Jim who?
Pass.
South Africa's Minister of Home Affairs is Aaron who?
Mutsoledi.
Correct. From which country does Kevin De Bruyne play soccer?
Netherlands.
Incorrect. In which country is the Leonardo da Vinci Airport?
Pass.
Which company has a web browser called Chrome?
Google.
Correct. Which sport uses a heavier ball, netball or basketball?
Basketball.
Correct. True or false? Somalia has a longer coastline than Namibia.
False.
Incorrect. Which country has never hosted a FIFA World Cup, Spain or Belgium?
Belgium.
Correct. Is the town Inanda in the northwest or KwaZulu-Natal?
KwaZulu-Natal.
Correct. Complete the title of the James Bond movie, For Your What Only?
Eyes.
Correct. Which country is a monarchy, Thailand or Vietnam?
Thailand.
Correct. Which animal is displayed on Mexico's flag, the snake or the alligator?
Snake.
Correct. Who do you...
That was a good round. That was a good round. It was strategic. It was thought about. It was considered. It skipped the time-consuming spelling question. You see, if I was doing the quiz mastering thing, I would have spelt out the word slowly just to punish you. But that's why Bongani does the answering of the questions. Judges, you've had enough time. Lebo's got a calculator out. I mean, it was a good round. I don't know if it was that good.
So it was a good round.
Wait, I need to give the answers
Oh,
because there are
yes,
people
yes.
who want to know what the correct answers were.
We all know.
Hang on, Bruce. Hang on.
He's the only one who didn't know.
It is true, in fact, that Somalia has a longer coastline than Namibia. At Leonardo da Vinci Airport, you'll find in Italy. Kevin De Bruyne plays soccer for Belgium. Jim Morrison was the lead singer of The Doors. Infinity War, Endgame, it's the Avengers we are looking for. Burkina Faso has more neighbors than Burundi. I is the vowel missing in adventurous. It's the thin end of the wedge and hesitation. You had no hesitation but to pass that one, which was Hesitation.
Thank you, Bongani, so much for the answers. Right.
So, Bruce, I
Moving
find
on.
it interesting that every single one that has come up so far answers Netherlands somewhere in their questions.
One day it'll be right.
It was one day it will be right. Unfortunately, today was not that day. You did quite well. Unfortunately, not well enough, but you came out with 12 points.
Good 12. Well done. Well done to you. Now, Evans, get back to his ESCOM and fix it, please. On to the final contestant in this quarterfinal round. Now, just to remind you that the winner of this quarterfinal round will then step back to participate in the semi-final round, which we will play on the radio this morning as well. And so, Samantha Charles, your job today is to make Asif sweat, because Asif started this round with 15. You've got to do either get 15 and go to sudden death, which is our preferred mechanism for this competition because it just adds drama, or you can get 16. Otherwise, you lose. Samantha Charles is a mum and wife from Benoni. She is a communications professional in many industry sectors. She's a proud mum of 2 boys, aged 10 and 12. She's been listening to 702 for a very long time. General knowledge is something her parents instilled in her from a young age. She calls it a life skill. So if she doesn't win today, well, Samantha's got a wide range of hobbies: gardening, scrapbooking, exercise, and reading, and maybe a little bit of general knowledge. Bongani, to you.
All right, here we go. Take a deep breath and timekeeper, start the clock.
3, 2, 1.
Spell the word hysterical.
Pass.
Complete the saying, it's like what of a duck's back?
Water.
Correct. True or false, an iguana is a kind of lizard?
True.
Correct. Which of the 5 vowels is missing from the word commiserate?
You.
Correct. In which sport was Carl Duplessis a national coach?
Cricket.
Incorrect. Does the word fawn mean grovel or insult?
Grovel.
Correct. Which country has more neighbors, Liberia or Guinea?
Guinea.
Correct. From which movie series are the titles New Moon and Breaking Dawn?
Pass.
How many O's are there in the word ornithologist?
4.
Incorrect. The lead singer of the band Aerosmith is Stephen who?
Tyler.
Correct. South Africa's Minister of Justice and Correctional Services is Ronald who?
Lamola.
Correct. For which country does Antoine Griezmann play soccer?
The Netherlands.
Incorrect. In which country is the Denver International Airport?
The USA.
Correct. Which company has an instant messaging app called Messenger?
Facebook or
Correct. Which sport uses a heavier ball, volleyball or soccer?
Meta. Volleyball.
Incorrect. True or false, Algeria has a longer coastline than Mozambique?
False.
Correct. Which country has never hosted a FIFA World Cup, Uruguay or Canada?
Canada.
Correct. Is the town Christiana in the Free State or the Northwest?
Free State.
Incorrect. Complete the title of the James Bond movie, What Are Forever?
Diamonds.
Correct. Which country is a monarchy, Fiji or Tonga?
Fiji.
Incorrect. What animal is displayed on Bhutan's flag? The crocodile or the dragon? You would have said
There was
Dragon.
that would have been the correct answer.
Samantha Charles, you put up a good fight and you answered lots of answered lots of questions. You got many of them right, but did you get enough right to ruin Adil's day? Let's get the answers first, Bongani,
Yes,
because that's
whilst
the way
they-
we do things around
Whilst
here.
they deliberate, we want to give them time.
Yes.
You can hear Mandy whispering there.
Bickering, it's called. But
Tonga is the monarchy, not Fiji. The northwest is where you'll find the town Christiana. In fact, it is soccer that has a heavier ball than volleyball. Antoine Griezmann plays football for France. There are 3 O's in the word ornithologist. Carl Duplessis was a rugby national coach, and you spell the word hysterical Hysterical.
Thank you, Bongani. Samantha Charles did nicely, but I'm not sure if she did nicely enough, Mandy Wiener. Did she?
Remarkable how many clever people come from Benoni, isn't it?
Well, No, not really.
Why are we not addressing the Netherlands issue? The Netherlands just became the go-to. So when in doubt, guys,
Say the
answer-
Netherlands.
Imagine that football team like Griezmann, De Bruyne, they all play for the Netherlands. That's
I
a,
see.
Okay, this is
win the next
boring.
World
Move
Cup.
on.
12. You got
12 points, Samantha.
A very credible 12, Samantha Choles, which means, Adil,
The Chiefs fan.
you get up from that chair, you move into the back row. The rest of our contestants, thank you so much for participating today. You were magnificent in the quarterfinals, and Adil, you are a superstar in this particular round. Adil, of course, will win 10,000 Rand thanks to 702 and Dischem. That's a winning mind and a healthy body. Playing in the semi-finals in a moment or two, and then is going to be standing up against the other winners of other quarterfinals today to be in line to win a whopping 20,000 Rand on top of what they've already won. Already, we're going to invite them to make themselves comfortable, position themselves in the chair, and in the next 90 seconds or so, we will return with the semi-finals of the Brain of 702. The sharpest brains of 702 from the Brain of the last month. We've got the 4 quarterfinal winners participating in the semi-final round. The winner of today's semi-final round will go up on Monday on Bongani Show on Breakfast on 702 against the winner of the Brain of Cape Talk, and then will be crowned. The winner of that contest will be crowned the Brain of Brains. You know, when you shout at your children and you say to them, your handwriting is awful, your teacher complains about your handwriting, and then they look at your handwriting and saying, yeah, right. I've been calling Arif Adil because that's how it looked on the piece of paper. So, Arif, I'm so sorry about that, but you don't get an extra point for me being a twit and not being able to write anymore. I apologize for that. Arif Mamouji, of course, came through from the quarterfinal into the semi-final round and will be contesting for the 20,000 Rand that is up for grabs on the Brain of 702. We are streaming this, of course, on Facebook and YouTube now. So if you would like to join us and you can't be at Menlyn, you can certainly join us virtually today as well. All of our winners from previous Saturdays are seated and ready to compete. We've got Quizmaster Bongani Bengwa in place, we've got Lebo and we've got Mandy in place as judges, and we have got our wonderful studio audience who spontaneously will erupt in cheers of joy and jubilation. Just to prove that we are in fact at Menlyn. We had a fabulous quarterfinal round. It was very tense, and of course Arif had led right from the very start. Now he's going up against the brains of the last few Saturdays. This is a different game completely. First contestant from Saturday, the 4th of February, Nayan Kadua, 45 years old, lives in Bordeaux, darling, which is part of Randburg. Oh, well, it sounded good for a while. He works as an IT specialist for a tech company. He's been listening to 702 for 13 years, ever since Ridien Setlabi. Good morning, good morning, good morning, at the 9 a.m. slot. Nayan has entered the Brain before, the last time being in 2021. When he was little, his interest in general quizzes was sparked by his dad, and now he's got 2 boys who are always quizzing him about facts that they come across on the internet, so he spends an awful lot of time correcting them. In his spare time, he likes to enjoy activities with his young family. On occasion, he says, I'm prone to getting my heart broken. Get used to it by Liverpool Football Club. Bongani, be gentle.
All right, by the way, the questions for this semi-final, or final at least for 702, were provided to us by listeners Ahmed Ismail, Wiseman Mfobela, and Andrew Emden. So thank you very much then for providing us with those questions. Right, Nayan, a deep breath. Timekeeper, start the clock.
3, 2, 1.
Spell the word complexity.
Complexity.
Correct. Which of the 5 vowels is missing in the word cappuccino?
U.
Incorrect. In which sport does Aphelele Fasi represent South Africa?
Football.
Incorrect. Which European country's national anthem is La Marseillaise?
France.
Correct. True or false? In South African food, shisanyama is barbecued meat.
True.
Correct. Which province lies on the Atlantic Ocean and borders 2 neighboring countries?
Northern Cape.
Correct. Does the word abridged mean condensed or complete?
Condensed.
Correct. True or false? In politics, IFP was founded in 1990.
True.
Incorrect. In business, the abbreviation EOD stands end of what?
Day.
Correct. Complete the saying, what is sauce for the goose is sauce for the what?
Gander.
Correct. To which country does the island Hokkaido belong?
Japan.
Correct. In which of South Africa's neighboring countries is the Etosha National Park?
Botswana.
Incorrect. Which country has never won a cricket World Cup? Pakistan or Bangladesh?
Bangladesh.
Correct. True or false? The Latin term in toto means completely.
Pass.
Complete the famous quote from the movie Jaws. You're going to need a bigger what?
Boat.
Correct. What kind of animal is a batalier? A reptile or a bird?
Bird.
Correct. Which international rugby team is coached by Eddie Jones?
Australia.
Correct. Which one is larger, Mpumalanga or Rwanda?
Mpumalanga.
Correct. Which chemical element is one of the noble gases, helium or fluorine?
Helium.
Correct. Which American state was one of the original 13 states, Arizona or New York?
New York.
New York, correct.
Oh, did he get it on time? The judges
It
will
was in
decide.
time.
Was it in time? Bulgaria,
It was in time.
You're
New
not
York
a judge.
was in time. I'm
You're
saying.
not a judge. You're not a judge. That was an amazing start, Naya, and it really was a very impressive start. The IFP, was it founded in 1990? In fact, it was founded much earlier than that. By 1990, they were trying to bring the country down. They've lifted their game since then. Just shows that there is hope for everybody. Right, let us move on to your questions that you did not get correct in that round. There
Yes.
were only very few. Bongani?
It is in fact true that the Latin term in toto means completely. You'll find Etosha National Park in Namibia, in fact. The IFP not founded in 1990, Bruce knows that, but in 1975, Apelele Fassi plays rugby for South Africa. And of the 5 vowels, in the word cappuccino, it is not the U, but it's the E that is missing. Those are the only questions
Is that all he got
in
wrong?
question.
How many did he answer? A lot.
We got
22?
through 20 questions.
20 questions.
exactly.
Very good, Mandy. How many did he get right?
No, and well done on that Eddie Jones question, because a couple of months ago it would have been a
Yep.
different answer. So well done for getting that. Out of the 20 questions that were asked, you got 15 correct.
15 is a fine start. 15 is a fine start. As with the last round, the contestants' expressions change quite dramatically through the process. Just a reminder to our very enthusiastic studio audience, please, no mouthing to yourself if you know the answer and you go, oh yes, it's yellow. If you do that, then the contestant may see you, and that just wouldn't be fair. And also no shouting out at the answers. We know that you're very clever because you're regular listeners to 702, of course. Marcel Richmond is a 46-year-old resident of Craighall in Johannesburg. He works in IT and computer science. He started listening to 702 in the early 2000s. His first attempt at the Discam Brain of 702, he entered it because it seemed like a lot of fun listening to the other contestants playing along in the car. Well, they weren't playing along in the car, you were in the car, but they were playing along on the radio. Has it been as much fun playing the game as it is listening to the game?
Very much so.
Oh, very much so. Okay, very good. And during his, with his spare time, he likes mountain biking, scuba diving, and playing golf. Hopefully also quiz games too, Bongani. Over to you.
All right, here we go, Marcel. A deep breath from you. Timekeeper, start the clock.
3, 2, 1.
Spell the word chimpanzee.
CHIMPANZEE.
Correct. Which of the 5 vowels is missing from the word quarantine?
A.
Incorrect. In which sport does Kaya Zondo represent South Africa?
Soccer.
Incorrect. Which European country's national anthem is the Schweizer Psalm?
Germany.
Incorrect. True or false? In South African food, a Gatsby is a vegetable stew.
False.
Correct. Which province borders 6 other provinces and 1 neighboring country?
Northwest.
Incorrect. Does the word abhorrent mean desirable or repulsive?
Repulsive.
Correct. True or false? In politics, the DA was founded in 2000.
False.
Incorrect. In business, the abbreviation COB stands for close of what?
Business.
Correct. Complete the saying, imitation is the sincerest form of what?
Flattery.
Correct. Of which country is the island Greenland a part?
Antarctica.
Incorrect. In which of South Africa's neighboring countries is the Kahora Bassa Dam?
Botswana.
Incorrect. Which country has never won a soccer World Cup? The Netherlands or Spain?
Netherlands.
Correct. True or false? The Latin saying ex unitate vires means unity is strength.
True.
Correct. Complete the famous quote from the Apollo 13. Houston, we have a what?
Problem.
Correct. What kind of animal is a gymnogene, an amphibian or a bird?
Amphibian.
Incorrect. Which international rugby team is coached by Ian Foster?
England.
Incorrect. Which one is larger, Kuwait or Limpopo?
Limpopo.
Correct. Which chemical element is one of the noble gases, chlorine or neon?
Neon.
Correct. Which American state was one of the 13 original, Delaware or Utah?
Delaware.
Delaware would have been the correct answer, but not in time.
Thank you, Bongani, and well done. What a fabulous round that was. Again, it goes so quickly, it's very hard to keep track, which is why we have judges. Marcel Richmond from Craighall Park. If you watch a series on Netflix called Borgen, it's one of those things, it's in Danish, it's very weird with subtitles, but you would know that Greenland belongs to Denmark. Everybody knows that who's watched Borgen, because it's the theme of the second series, you see. Have I given you some time to see how many questions he didn't get, Bongani?
All right, Ian Foster coaches the All Blacks, so that would be New Zealand. A gymnogene is in fact a bird. You'll find the Cahora Bassa Dam in Mozambique. Bruce has already told you Greenland is part of Denmark. It is true the DA was founded in the year 2000. The province that borders 6 other provinces and 1 neighboring country is in fact the Free State. The Schweizer Psalm is the national anthem of Switzerland. Kaya Zondo plays cricket for South Africa. Quarantine is missing the O of the 5 vowels. Those are the answers
I'm
wanted.
going to go to an objective source over here. Mrs. Richmond was counting. How many did he get?
I didn't actually count.
But you're mouthing support, which is very good. You're okay, darling. You'll be fine. I've got you on this. How many did he get?
Firstly, how excited is Rene Bugile that Netherlands was
was
actually
the
the right answer?
I'm so excited.
If you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, eventually it comes right.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Exactly.
All right, so you did well, Marcel. Not well enough, though. 9 points.
9 points. It was a good round. So are you Mrs. Mallinson? Yes, okay. So I thought you were saying you're going to be okay because he didn't make enough. That's what you were saying. Okay.
Oops.
Oops. Hey, look, I don't know the politics between Craighall and Parkview. I don't know how these things work because Nathan Mallinson is a 35-year-old attorney who lives in Parkview. He's brought his lovely wife and his dad, Clyde, over there. He lives in Parkview with his wife, Jackie, that's her name, and 2 beautiful dogs called Fonzie and Franklin. Nathan has been listening to 702 since 2013 when he moved to Joburg. He's not new to the Disc Game Brain of 702 competition. In 2018, he lost the Brain of Cape Talk. A couple of years ago, he lost in the quarterfinals. His hobbies include reading and playing water polo, and he also doesn't like losing. Bongani, give him questions.
All right, take a deep breath, Nathan. Here we go. Timekeeper, start the clock.
3, 2, 1.
Spell the book. Which of the 5 vowels is missing in the word maneuver?
E.
Incorrect. In which sport does Refilwe Jane represent South Africa?
Soccer.
Correct. Which European country's national anthem is Deutschland Lied?
Germany.
Correct. True or false? South African food. A walkie-talkie is a deep-fried chicken's feet and
True.
head. Correct. Which province lies on the Atlantic Ocean and the Indian Ocean?
Western Cape.
Correct. Does the word acerbic mean critical or mild?
Mild.
Incorrect. True or false? In politics, the EFF was founded in 2010.
True.
Incorrect. In business, the abbreviation ETA stands for estimated time
Arrival.
of what? Correct. Complete the saying, a drunk person is 3 watts to the
Sheets.
wind. Correct. To which country does the island Bali belong?
Indonesia.
Correct. In which of South Africa's neighboring countries is the Katse Dam?
Botswana.
Incorrect. Which country has never won a soccer World Cup? Belgium or
Belgium.
Italy? Correct. True or false? The Latin term in camera means to get the big picture.
False.
Correct. Complete the famous quote from the movie Star Wars, may the what be with
False.
you. Correct. What kind of animal is the capybara? A rodent or
Rodent.
a reptile? Correct. Which international rugby team is coached by Andy Farrell?
Ireland.
Correct. Which is larger, Gauteng or Singapore?
Gauteng.
Correct. Which chemical element is one of the noble gases? Phosphorus or argon?
Argon.
Correct. Which American state was one of the original 13? Oklahoma or Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania.
Correct. Which famous fictional person lives at 221B Baker Street, London?
Sherlock Holmes.
Correct. Who wrote the classical novel Dune? Frank Herbert or George Orwell?
Frank Herbert.
Correct. Which chemical element is lighter, lithium or neon?
Neon.
Incorrect. Which country is not one of the United Arab Emirates? Ras Al Khaimah or Jordan?
Yo. You slow down at a point. Jackie, do you ever get a word in edgeways?
Yeah, he shuts up for me.
Oh, does he? Okay, no, as long as you know your place. As long as you know your place. That was an incredible round, Bongani. There's nothing worse as a quizmaster than having somebody who's firing the answers so fast, and you've got to keep up with the person
Yes.
who's answering the questions. Bongani, how many questions did we get through?
All right, we got through 23 questions.
That's an astonishing
We
number
tried
of
the
questions.
24th, we just ran out of time.
Amazing. Okay, contestants, the audience seems to think he's done okay. Arif is lying in a puddle of sweat on the floor. Theatre of the mind, everybody, theatre of the mind. Look at the, yes, anyway. Do we have a score?
Before we do,
Oh, no, wait, Drama, yes.
Let's go through the questions. All right, question 24 we didn't complete, but we asked it, so you need to know the answer. Of the United Arab Emirates, it's not Ras Al Khaimah, but Jordan that is not a member. And then you'll find the Katse Dam in Lesotho. The FF was not founded in 2010. It was founded in 2013. Acerbic means critical, not mild. And in the word maneuver, it's the I of the vowels that is missing. Motivation, M-O-T-I-V-A-T-I-O-N.
Oh, was that the word? Okay. Spelled bus. P-A-S-S. Oh, no, that wasn't the question. Right. That was a terrifying round. I got nervous
That was
during the round.
Listen, we were also just trying to keep up, and I was feeling sorry for Bongani because the answers were coming faster than the questions. But you did really, really well. 17 points.
17 points, Nathan. Nathan Manson, please grab a seat. Well done to you. 17 out of a possible 22 and a half questions is a remarkable hit rate. There was a moment there I thought that you may be running down that hill just a little bit fast and developing a bit of a speed wobble, but you held on to 17. But is it going to be enough to ruin Arif Mamoji's day? Arif, the candidate attorney who resides in Benoni, don't mess with him. The husband who got married in November 2022. He came through from the quarterfinals into the semi-finals. Anything is possible in this game, of course, as well. Arif, you've got your game plan, you've got your strategy, you've played this game recently, you are warmed up, you are live, you are ready to go. Let's see whether or not you can at least match 17 to bring us to our favorite sudden death, or get 18. It's all up to you, no pressure. Don't mess it up. Bongani Bingwa.
Right, here we go. No pressure indeed. Look at it this way. If you win now as a Chiefs fan, that means Pirates will win later on, right? So either way, you're a winner. All right, here we go. Arif, take a deep breath. Timekeeper, would you kindly start the clock?
3, 2, 1.
Spell the word backpacker.
B-A-C-K-E-R.
Correct. Which one of the 5 vowels is missing in the word plausible?
E.
Incorrect. In which sport does Isabella Kruger represent South Africa?
Netball.
Incorrect. Which Asian country's national anthem is Hatikva?
Israel.
Correct. True or false? In South African food, a bunny chow is a meatloaf with raisins.
True.
Incorrect. Which province lies on the Indian Ocean and borders 3 neighboring countries?
KZN.
Correct. Does the word espousal mean opposition or support?
Support.
Correct. True or false? In politics, COPE was founded in 2008.
True.
Correct. In business, the abbreviation MTD stands for month to what?
Repeat.
In business, the abbreviation MTD stands for month
Today.
to what? Correct. Complete the saying, good what makes good neighbors?
Practice.
Incorrect. Of which country are the Falkland Islands an overseas territory?
Pass.
And in which of South Africa's neighboring countries is the Hoba meteorite?
Swaziland.
Incorrect. Which country has never won a Rugby World Cup? France or England?
England. France.
Incorrect. True or false? The Latin term in absentia means while someone is absent.
True.
Correct. Complete the famous quote from The Wizard of Oz. There's no place like what?
Home.
Correct. Is a lemur, what kind of animal is a lemur? A bird or a primate?
Primate.
Correct. Which international rugby team is coached by Steve Borthwick?
France.
Incorrect. Which one is larger, the Northern Cape or Iceland?
And the Northern Cape would have been the correct answer.
would have been the correct answer to that. Arif. Bongani, lots of questions. You got the spelling. You did the spelling one and you got that right, which is, I think, one of the first few who has got it right. You paused so long on the second, and I think at that point you went, I've taken too much time. and that unsettled and unseated you. Bongani, go through the answers.
All right, Steve Borthwick is the coach of England, and the Hobart meteorite is in Namibia. The Falkland Islands, they fought a war to keep them, belong to the United Kingdom. Good fences make good neighbors. MTD stands for month to date. A bunny chow, a meatloaf with raisins. I'm afraid not. A bunny chow is a hollowed out white bread with curry, as we all know. Isabella Kruger plays tennis for South Africa. And of the 5 vowels, the one that is missing in the word plausible is O. It's O.
In the first round, Arif got 15.
Yeah, 15.
He did very well in the first round. I don't think you made 15 in this round, Arif. Mandy Wiener?
9.
9. Are you through to the finals? 9. No, you're not, I'm afraid. Which means we have a winner. A clear and outright winner. His dad is blushed with pride. His wife is going to let him win an argument. His name is Nathan Mallinson. He is from Parkview in Johannesburg. Nathan, congratulations. You will be joining Bongani in studio on Monday.
Yes, indeed.
And you will put on a pair of headphones. You will get to experience the joy of being the part of the final of the Brain of Brains. Of course, the Brain of 702 versus the Brain of Cape Talk. You get to win 20,000 Rand on top of the 10,000 Rand and all the other thousands of Rand that you have won so far. Congratulations to you. Thanks to 702 and Discam, a winning mind in a healthy body. Thank you for Discam for being our partner in this, and they've been the partner for many, many years. Without them, this event would not be possible. And so join us again on Monday and listen to this story. I hope you're ready. Oh, no, actually, Lester's going to have to ask the questions. I hope you tell him beforehand that he better have his game face on. He's going to have to be lithe and nimble and on his toes, is our Lester, like a ballerina, to cope with Nathan's quick-fire answering skills. That is it for the 702 Brain, or for the Brain of 702 for 2023. Nathan is the champion and will go up against Cape Talk champion on Monday morning. Thank you to everybody who has come here today. Thank you for joining us. Give yourselves a warm round of applause as we say thank you very much from Menlyn. Thanks to 702 and Discam, a winning mind in a healthy body. Back to the studio with the maestri, Kenny Maestri, and 702 Saturday Music. Kenny, you can play music now.